Welcome to the Indie Corner, where we talk about all things independent comics, specifically the greatest superhero comic book in the universe. Robert Kirkman's Invincible. I'm Mikey.
I'm Question.
And I am Matt.
And today, people, we are on episode 11. Finally, we did 10 episodes, and it took us 2 years to do it. So let's a round of applause for our lazy asses. All right. But we're back on episode 11. We're doing we're going off for the main story for this episode. We're going to be talking about the introduction of a new character set in the Invincible Universe. We're talking about the Astounding Wolf-Man ongoing series. The first 4 issues we're doing, and it's written by one and truly Robert Kirkman and art by Jason Howard. And Matt, because you hate doing side stuff, I want to know, what did you think of the Astounding Wolf-Man 1 through 4 without giving stuff away?
Oh, dude, the Astounding Wolf-Man sure is a book that we read for this show.
Would you say that it's just as good or better than Spider-Man?
If I had to pick between just as good or better than Spider-Man, I guess it depends on if we're going to really talk about this, what Spider-Man comics compare them to. Because they're better than a whole lot. That doesn't mean very much. I didn't like it. I didn't like Astounding Wolf-Man all that much. There's some kind of neat stuff in here, but a lot of it, I just... it's not that I didn't like it as much as I don't... It's hard for me to care.
You weren't into it?
No.
Would you read this? Would you rather read this or One More Day?
Oh, well, I mean, this, yeah. This.
It's good in my book.
I own the last issue of One More Day because somebody gave it to me as a joke.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. So we'll do the first 4 issues because this came out in 2007. Because while where we're at in Invincible, it's like around 2007. It's not 2003 like we've been saying it. But yeah, this series came out in 2007. Jason Howard does the art. It had I think 18 issues. So, but
wow.
Yeah, it had 18 issues, I believe. It was very popular, like alongside Invincible.
I'm gonna say it. Twilight came 1 year after this.
Did it?
Just saying.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it came out 2008. Just saying. Maybe they're like,
scratch
one comic.
Scratch that. I meant this had 25 issues. My fault. I mean, I thought I said, but oh yeah, maybe they also the fucking people that did the Twilight movie was like, the Astounding Wolf-Man. This could work as a let's work as a movie, but let's have a crappy.
Let's make the vampire
teen love story and the vampires glow. Yeah, but yeah, so we're gonna get into it.
Should I start?
Christian, you want to do issue uno?
I would love to do issue uno, and thank you for saying it in a language I can understand.
Yep, no problem.
Well, so the story begins in a campsite, and this guy that is not having a great day is on the ground, ambulance in the background, daughters screaming, "Daddy!" as daughters do, and a person we could assume is his wife is saying, "Hey, Gary, you're hang in there, buddy." And Gary, the guy who got fucked up, asks his wife, "How bad is it?" And the wife, covered in tears, "Not that bad." And we zoom out, and actually, it's not that bad. He's got a titty torn up a little bit.
It's just a flesh wound.
It's just a flesh wound. 'Tis but a flesh wound. 1 month later, we make it to the hospital. His wife's smoking because, she loves that cancer. And Gary wakes up. Oh, by the way, Gary's going to be our main character. So start pretending that we care about him now. Wife is shocked. Gary woke up. He is startled, confused, upset that his wife is smoking, as you should be, because smoking's bad, kids. And she explains what happened. Nurse comes in. has to put him back down because medical reasons. Later that evening, the wife is waiting outside, gets a report from the nurse saying he's going to be fine. A lot better than expected. Honestly, they didn't expect him to wake up. And Gary is having a fun little time in the middle of night. Should I note that there's a full moon?
I mean, he did get bit by a supernatural creature, so yeah, we'll say it's a full moon.
Yeah, it has Wolfman in the name, so I'm gonna assume that everyone already knows that he's a werewolf. He does transformation, jumps out butt ass naked, as you do. No wolf penis, very disappointing. And he flings off into the city. And he finds an old man tending to his garden. He snarls. Old man says, "Nya."
Yeah.
Pot crashes. You could assume the rest. The next morning, back at the hospital, doctors are talking about Gary's condition, saying that it's so much better than they expected. Before they thought he was going to be bedridden forever, but now they're thinking in the next couple of weeks, with intense therapy and proper medication, he'll be ripe and ready to go. Doctors enter, they get shocked. He looks beautiful, all healed up, nothing, looking like $1 million. And speaking of $1 million, we go to this big ass Hampton estate. Apparently, Gary's rich as shit, and he owns a company that's not doing too great. Daughter comes back from tennis practice. Daughter's feeling herself up about being the best tennis player on the team. Dad gets upset that things aren't going great business wise. What was it? In Asia, I think it was.
Yeah, they were having like a meeting. Business proposal with some Asian company.
Yeah, he's trying to do a merger with them because his stonks are in the toilet.
Stonks.
Yep. He gets upset because, he's losing his money and his business going to Schitt's Creek. But daughter comes in, offers quick tennis game. They play, his ass gets whooped, and he gets so proud because he is good dad. And good dads be proud when children do good things.
Yeah, especially in tennis.
Especially in tennis.
Even though it's a man's sport. I'm just kidding.
Mike, you know that's golf.
Shit, it is golf.
Gosh. Come on.
That joke didn't land well. Shit. All right.
Remember the one time we made that joke in front of a girl in high school and she got like really offended?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did not like that.
Yeah, she did not like that at all.
Anyway.
Back to the comic because Matt's not having a fun time with this and we want to get through it as fast as possible. Gary and his wife, whose name is something, are having playful banter and then they go to sleep. Gary wakes up. I guess his throat is parched. He says huh and huck. So I'm assuming that's what's happening. And then he turns into a werewolf.
Sounds like Ripcord Rip John Benton after he comes out of the ocean. Can't breathe. You don't know that in Ben 10, the fish alien dude?
Yeah.
I feel like you reference Ben 10 every episode. You're constantly talking about Ben 10. I never watched this show.
Does you even notice?
But you always talk about Ben 10.
Mikey's secretly a super fan of Ben 10.
Dude, yeah.
I don't blame him. It's great. God, I wish I was talking about Ben 10 instead of this comic book.
Yeah, Wolf-Man, get on it.
Yeah, Gary.
We'll do an after show with Ben 10 later.
Yeah, thank you. Gary finds a rabbit. He takes a quick nom out of the rabbit like an apple. Later, it's morning time. They wake up. Gary's pants are ripped and he's confused. Wife is also confused. Oh my God, what happened? Butler comes in, says, hey, there's something weird on the security cams. They go in to check out. What happened? Boom, Wolfman. They're confused. Wife's like, oh, that Wolfman is wearing your pants. It's got to be you. You Wolfman.
Or he was sleeping with the Wolfman.
Oh, shit.
The Wolfman took his pants.
It's a forbidden affair?
Oh, God. plot thickens. Oh God, can you imagine? That'd be
No.
upsetting. Yeah.
Be like,
Your husband-
oh shit, I'm not the Wolfman. Yeah, I'm fucking that wolf. Yeah, I
Oh
thought.
my God, my husband, he's a furry. Dear God. Excuse me, I just needed some Tic Tacs. New character comes in,
Yeah.
handsome gent. His name is Zechariah, something that starts with a Z.
Zechariah.
Zechariah, thank you very much. New character comes in, named Zechariah, introduces himself. He wasn't invited in this household, but that's fine. We're going to pretend that vampire rules don't exist. Yeah, that's a thing.
You
Yeah.
literally were just like,
Spoiler alert,
how
he's
did
a vampire.
you get in here?
Spoiler.
Like, how did you get here?
Yeah, he just kind of popped in. Yeah, as Matt said, spoiler, he's a vampire, and he's here to help Gary out with this whole werewolf problem because everyone knows vampires and werewolves are basically the same thing, except they're not.
You know,
And
one's furry and one's baddie.
yeah, and yeah, oh yeah, I'm happy that you ended with this one because I really like this image. And so ends the issue. But after that, we get Britt, your boy.
No, we didn't read that though. We didn't. I didn't read that.
No, I didn't I didn't read it either, but I remember that he does have an ongoing series. I remember when we first did Brit, and I was like, we're gonna see any more of this guy, and I was like, no, I lied. He has an ongoing series like around this time.
I saw there's a Brit backup, and I immediately went, nope, next issue. I'm not doing that. I'm not
Come
about
on, Matt, just be me and Christian and be like, yay, Brit.
that. No,
I
Brit
stepped
sucks.
so hard over Britt. He's so I love him.
Yeah, but any thoughts on issue 1?
No. I don't have any thoughts on this issue. It's whatever. A man becomes a vampire. I mean, a werewolf. A man becomes a werewolf, and that's the entire issue. Whatever. It's fucking fine.
I like the design of Zach Galifianakis. Like, I like how they did his suit. It was very sharp edge, you know. Really
Yeah.
feels kind of intimidating, but also very dapper. You know?
Want me to go back to it?
Yeah, I'd love that. Yeah, I mean, look at these pants, man. Look at those calves.
Look at that fine trim.
Bro, looking fresh as fuck, man.
You know what? I deserve to be in your goddamn house because I'm so fucking clean.
And Gary's like, you know what? You're right. I mean, he's right. And the wife's like, what are you doing? Get out of our house. And Gary's like, but look at him.
What?
That's it. We allow DILFs in this household, ma'am. That's all I had to say is to compliment the art. Everything else,
no.
So.
Jason Howard's style, like every time I was looking at it, reading this book, I was like, it reminds me of like something that should be on like Cartoon Network, like you know, like it's very like cartoony-ish type style a little bit.
Don't talk about Cartoon Network. That's gonna scare Matt. He doesn't understand.
Yeah, he doesn't understand it. Sorry, Matt.
No, I watched Pokemon's on Cartoon Network. I watched a little Cartoon Network.
It's a very cartoony style, and it like kind of reminds me of like a more detailed version of like Jendi Tartakovsky stuff. If y'all don't know who does Samurai
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, you see what I mean? Like
it is whatever.
I don't know why I've been so mean to Matt today. I'm sorry, Matt.
It's whatever. I can take it. I'm a big boy.
Just want to make sure.
But Christian does it out of love, I'm sure.
I dropped my Tic Tac out of shock. Love. I do. I love you, man.
Like, we'll talk about the second issue because we decided beforehand that it's gonna be your issue to talk about.
Okay.
You remember that whole conversation?
I get it. God
so
damn. Y'all are just pushing this goddamn joke. Issue 2 of Astounding Wolf-Man. I like this cover a lot. Just saying, it's a cool cover. Bloody.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice. Anyway, so we begin with Gary and Zechariah on patrol, and basically this is essentially like Gary's training session to basically like be able to like get used to the new body that he has and to control his wolf boy powers. I also thing is like I hate when it comes with vampires. I hate the idea that they turn to bats. I hate that fucking concept so much. So like it's dumb. That's why it's stupid. One bat?
I mean, yeah. Why
If
would you turn to more than one bat?
I don't know. I feel like I just feel like just turning into a bat is just stupid. Like I just don't think it's. I prefer my vampires not turning into bats.
Isn't one of them can fly, Mikey? I'm just saying.
But there have been vampires before that could fly without turning into a fucking bat. It's dumb.
Okay. That's fair.
So anyway, they're basically like they're on this rooftop talking about essentially like Zachariah's commending Gary for being like, hey, you're getting like really used to your powers, and I'm like, and basically like you're doing these training sessions will allow you to like have more full control like under the phone and stuff like that. And Gary's like, yeah, it's kind of weird because the body just don't feel right to me, but like it's kind of fun having all this power. And then he basically is like, listen, I'm a vampire. I have to fucking, feed on people. So like you hit the supernatural lottery here. Like you get all the strength without any drawbacks whatsoever. And then he's like, and Gary's like, you know what? You right. So essentially it transitions to Rebecca, his wife Rebecca, and Gary coming back in the morning. And Gary, they're basically like he's having some coffee, and she doesn't like. They're just being like, you know what? Like it's a weird adjustment, Like I'm getting used to these training sessions, but I think it's like, do you think we should tell our daughter about this, Chloe? And she's like, nah, I don't think we want to tell Chloe right now. We'll just until you get more control of this thing, which makes sense. And yeah, so this is just a normal conversation happening in the morning, and I love how he says that like even though when he transforms and goes out at night, when he transforms to form in the morning, he still feels like he like took like the best sleep of his life. I think it's like kind of cool. But anyway, it transitions back to Gary and his butler construction worker person, and I forget his name, but they're essentially like what's his name? Zechariah put essentially these men, his workers, under a trance so that they could build an underground lair for Gary and Zechariah to use for their services or whatever. About the heroic acts, and his butler construction worker person is concerned because he doesn't want these men being harmed because they don't have any idea what they're doing. They're just doing it out of like impulse. And Gary's like, nah, it's fine. And the thing is, like, this is great. Like, we're gonna put a shopping mall on top of this, so they won't even have any like memory of like working on this underground lair for us. So it's all good. And then his butler says, whatever. Is like, do you, man? Your money. It's your time. And then he leaves. Transitions later on, later the next night, Gary is out in his wolf form, doing saving some kids from a burning building. And I love how like people obviously when people react, it's like it's a big ass fucking wolf man. But people when he does heroic acts, they're like, oh, don't like, hey, don't be afraid, I'm a good guy. And then they turn around and he's gone. I think it's so fucking funny. He pulls a Batman every time. And then once he leaves, he meets up with Zechariah. Zechariah is again commending him. He's like, oh, like you're getting stronger, and like, like you're getting stronger, and but like it's funny how you don't want to be like seen more in the public eye, like doing these heroic acts. I mean, it's good publicity for you, and also he mentions that like something about him turning into a fucking mist. I don't know. It's whatever. I didn't really care much about this page, but yeah, Zachariah jumps off a building, and then it transitions to our familiar boy, Art, getting Gary a new costume.
This was the highlight of the entire 4 issues.
Yeah, seeing our boy.
Yeah.
Seeing our boy Art. And essentially I get
Thank
but
you
don't like Art, Matt?
Art's not a character I have really strong opinions on. I think he's in the book.
He's Mark's temporary father figure right now.
He
How
is
dare you?
Mark's suit maker.
And temporary father figure.
Sure.
But anyway,
the Alfred to Mark's Batman.
Well, yeah, I guess that's similar.
Yeah.
Like, what if you were reading like I don't know, a Green Lantern book, right? And then Alfred showed up. Would you be real excited about that? Like,
Yes,
okay,
I would. I'd
okay,
be
if you
pruning
think
my
so.
cat because I only read Batman for Alfred. Every time it's not Batman, I'm just disappointed. I like how Kayla says hi to just us and specifically not Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's because these keep on talking shit, Mika.
Wow, he's perfect. She even covers his face.
Yeah. Today's not your day, Matt.
Yeah, so anyway, Art and Zachariah are like, watching Gary put on his costume, and I don't like the costume. It looks cool. Cool costume. I don't think a Wolfman needs a costume, but
I hate it. I want him bare chested, as a Wolfman should be. It's kind of, but you know what? I'll get used to it if we continue reading it. Yeah. I don't want to. I really do.
I mean, yeah, but essentially, Art's been saying like, "Oh, it was a great. I was very excited to work on this costume. I've never really worked on like a Wolfman before, so I mean, it was first time for everything." And Zachariah's like, "Yeah, no, you did a great job. Like, it's a good looking suit." And then they leave. Art's I was about to say sweatshop, but that's not the word.
I mean, that's right, I've seen black Asian children in there, so I'm not sure.
Oh my god. Anyway, transitions to essentially Gary and Zachariah commenting on the suit, and essentially Gary asked for the gauntlet. I forgot what he's like. Oh, I forgot what the gauntlets are for. Zachariah said it's like the gauntlets absorb like the moonlight energy or whatever, so he can like transform for a short period of time during the day, anytime he wants.
Like solar panels, but with
like solar panels for the moon.
Which makes sense.
No, it doesn't. And I love how they commend like, dude, like, why is this man making costumes? He looks like he should be working for NASA, which it makes sense because he's making all these high tech fucking suits, and he has like what's it called, like a sweatshirt as a front.
Not a sweatshop.
Mikey has a hard time differing between prom dress store and sweatshop, which is understandable.
Sorry, an off-brand men's warehouse. Is that better?
The Gap, Mikey.
The Gap? Okay.
Yeah.
But essentially, after talking about how awesome the suit is, it's mentioning, like, how's work on our vehicle? Because Zachariah wants a fucking car. He's a greedy bitch. And he says like it's coming up nicely. It's almost there. We're still in the design stages. They hear a boom, and we essentially we see this new team that I'm surprised exists in this Invincible Universe. I don't remember seeing them in the comics, in the main story. But we get introduced to the Actioneers, and they're fighting this dude called the Spore.
I can't wait to do 8 issues on the Actioneers to get more in-depth story.
More of the Actioneers.
Nope.
Christian, since you who do you obviously like? You can agree that Capes is a lot cooler than these people.
Oh, Mikey, that's not saying much.
It isn't saying
really
much.
Not saying much.
But like, I rather prefer Capes than the goddamn Actioneers. I'm not even gonna go into their names because they're all dumb. But essentially they're fighting this dude named the Spore. The Wolfman goes into action and does all the work for them. And then when he's done, he dips. Batman vanishes as he does.
Yeah, I don't think any of that scene actually matters. He fights these things for like 4 pages, and it's nonsense.
Yeah.
I don't get how he won and they didn't. because all he did was
Literally
swipe
tear
at
them
him
apart.
aggressively.
Yeah. Anyway, the next just the next night, where Gary is checking on his daughter, getting ready for bed. He goes to his wife Rebecca and is like, "Yo, let's go to bed. Like I'm tired." Blah blah blah. And she's like, "Oh, you're tired, huh?" And then she like comes on some lingerie, and they're about to smash. And then while they smash, he decides to Hulk out. He decides to wolf out like mid coitus. And she's just like, ah, and it just and literally like, I feel like Christian would make a comment where he'd be like, nah, Christian would voice Wolfman being like, nah, you know you want this wolf dick.
I don't like this image that you have of me, Michael.
You would do some shit like that.
I'd be far more tasteful.
Okay, so in this scenario, what would you do? Like how would you?
Okay. I don't know that you would do that, but I also don't know that you'd be more tasteful. I don't know if I go that far.
You're right. What I was about to say was definitely not more tasteful.
Yeah.
Move on.
Yeah, but essentially he wolfs out and goes on to outside and goes on a rampage. And when we see one of the actioneers, Sergeant Supreme, I think his name is, flying around, noticing Wolfman, and sees, "Hey, you're the wolf guy, help us out, thanks. Oh, you're on patrol? That's a little old school, but I dig it." And Wolfman's just like, "I need to murder something," and then because he's in rage mode right now, and he's just like, "Hey, what? You there, buddy?" And then Wolfman says to impale this man, and that's how the issue ends.
Not Blue Deadpool.
Oh no.
It was so good. And
Yeah, I just want to talk about the thoughts on issue number 2.
That's cool.
Don't forget, we still got. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
It's cool.
So closing thoughts. Maybe put out some comments in the meantime. What
cool.
did we think, you guys?
I mean, obviously, woman actually like, I'll talk if Matt doesn't want to.
I don't have anything to say.
I mean, it's an issue. I mean, Gary B. Wolfman, Zechariah, Vampire Guy. They're building a lair for some reason. He just like Zechariah is being a mooch and is just taking advantage of Gary's money, even though he's running out of money.
Is that funny? I guess. I don't know. I don't know, man.
I don't know. It's just,
I mean, so bad. No, you're not even trying to phone it in. You're just like, I hate this. I don't want to be here. I am tired from work.
The only good thing about this issue, in my opinion, is just art. Just seeing art because I like art, and like that's it.
The art's cool. The art's consistently
no,
pretty
I meant
cool.
art. I meant art, like the character.
Yeah, the art is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Issue 3.
All right. Do you guys want to talk about number 3? Yeah.
Oh shit! Hold on. Yeah, issue 3.
Yeah, this is called the Astounding Wolf-Man number 3. It's by Robert Kirkman and Jason Howard, just like the last 2. So, this issue opens up. Gary is super upset, presumably because he, turns into a monster, and he loses his cool again and attacks Zechariah because Zechariah has been missing for 2 weeks. And he wants to know what this vampire guy's been up to. And he's talks to Zechariah about how he murdered the guy, and he's real upset about it. And I don't know. Basically, a big heart-to-heart. What's his name? I forgot his name. Zechariah goes on a whole rampage about Dracula. It's another one of those Kirkman tirades that he goes on every once in a while.
Where
he talks about how every vampire wants to be Dracula. It's very strange.
Yeah, because Gary asks, oh, like, hey, like, Gary, how old am I? And Gary's like, oh, you're 1,000, right? He's like, no, I'm not fucking Dracula. Like,
Right.
It's
But yeah, no, they have this heart to heart, and then he goes home. I don't think I missed anything significant in that conversation, right?
No.
And then Gary goes home, and I guess he and his wife are having a little trouble.
Some trouble.
I assume because of his depression from killing a man. And then it goes to later, and Zechariah is on patrol with Wolfman, and they fight a guy. Mikey, does this guy have a name?
No.
I'll be the judge of that.
Well, Mikey, not Mikey. Wolfman fights this guy, and he's like, "You can't take me and save the girl. I'm going to throw off this building." And then he goes, "Yes, I can." And then he beats him and also saves the girl he puts off the building, and just totally styles on Spider-Man. And then the police are going to shoot him, and the girl saves him from the police, and he takes off. And there's another scene, just like the Green Alien things in the last issues, and another scene that does not really need to be here, but I guess it's kind of cool. And then he gets attacked by werewolves, and the werewolves have Zechariah by the throat, and he fights the werewolves, and they run away, right? And then Zechariah has a conversation with him about those werewolves. They keep calling him the Elder Brood, and he asks Zechariah what that means, but Zechariah's being all cagey about it and turns into a bat and flies off.
One bat? Like, it makes...
Why would there be more than one bat, Mikey?
Don't turn into a bat! I hate it so much.
One person. Where does the brain go? Is it like the Horde, where there's like a center bat?
I'm not asking for multiple bats. I'm just saying don't turn into a bat at all. It's lame.
Bats are cool. Got fruit bats. Got other kinds of bats. Albino bats, maybe.
Continue.
So,
South American bats.
Next morning, Gary's speaking to his wife, and he's like, "Hey, wife, I think we gotta let Rebecca, not Rebecca, I don't know.
Hey, wife.
Maria." He says, "Hey, wife, I
female.
think we let Maria go." I assume Maria's the housekeeper, I think.
Yeah, she's the maid.
Yeah. He's like, "I think we gotta let Maria go because company fired me. They voted him out." And then also Government Man shows up. I think that's his name, Government Man. He shows up and he says they're here to engage them. And that's the whole cliffhanger. Gary and Rebecca are going to be evicted from their multi-millionaire dollar hole.
Oh no, hashtag rich people problems.
I was going to say that.
That's the issue ends. Y'all have any thoughts on number 3? Because again, believe it or not, I don't.
School.
Here's the thing. I don't think this story does anything any more interesting than a million other superhero stories. You know what I mean? Even like it's just I don't understand why I'd read this when I could read literally anything else.
I get exactly what you're saying. When I was reading it, I was thinking this is literally a carbon copy of every superhero story, and then they like put stickers of Dracula and a werewolf in front of the two main characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it's, I don't know,
good
worth my time.
What's it called? I mean, this issue is cool. I like how he shoots out the car like a cannon, though, like fucking Arkham Knight style.
Oh yeah, he shot Wolfman out of the car.
Yeah, as you do.
What else do you do with the wolf?
I mean,
do
you
I
see
have
other werewolves?
You might ask. I don't. I hate this image. I hate the first panel. Something about it really bothers me. I don't like how he has 3 chins.
Oh shit!
He's just old.
He's just old, Christian.
I don't know, man.
Let him be old.
I don't like the cut of this man's jib. His chin is too angular. Where's his ear? Where's his hair? Who is he?
He didn't have hair. It was the last page. He didn't have hair.
I don't trust all people. I don't trust them.
Yeah, I mean, this issue is cool. I mean, he shot. I just like how he just got shot out of the car like a fucking cannon. I thought it was fucking funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
But you
we only
spent
have one
that.
more
I
issue
know what's left. Nothing.
left. Ouch,
Damn, son.
Matt, you're hitting it with the hard balls today.
Honestly, he's just
Okay. Let's
Matt's
talk
just
about number
being
4,
a
Mike.
dick today.
Yeah.
Issue.
You start writing one comic with me, and all of a sudden, you think you know everything.
Issue 4 of
Yeah,
Astounding.
issue 4.
I do know everything.
You do.
Yeah.
You're right.
Issue
I'm
4 of
sorry.
Astounding
You're
Wolf-Man. This covers looks like he's gonna be in some biggie trouble. Some biggie trouble.
right. Oh,
So
wow.
the issue starts off with Rebecca and Chloe going to the shopping center that has been miraculously built very quickly. This kind of bothered me. But they go into this outlet mall. Chloe, being a privileged brat, is like, why the hell would I step foot in an outlet mall? We have money. We're better than this. Yeah, blah 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 blah. I'm a fucking brat. She drags him into her mom takes her into the through this shopping center into a back room. Chloe's still complaining, and to reveal that there is a secret elevator in this back room.
In the gap.
This is the gap that fucking art works at.
Yes.
I'm just kidding. No, it's not.
No, they said it was underneath the gap part of the mall.
Did it actually?
Yes.
I totally missed that. But anyway, so then they go through the gap, go into the utility closets, reveals to be a secret elevator in the gap. They go down it to reveal the finished secret lair of the Wolfman and Zachariah, who needs a code name because I don't like calling him Zachariah.
Zach Galifianakis.
Zach Galifianakis. Count Chocula.
Yes. I'll look up more vampires as you read.
All right. Anyway, Chloe being stunned, being like, "Oh my god, is this a hotel? Oh my gosh, this is amazing! I'm gonna tell all my friends." And her mom's like, "No, don't do that. We have something to tell you." Her dad then goes up to her to reveal that he's a Wolfman now, but don't worry, it's still him. I'm not scary. And she just goes into shock and just walks away. And then they're just like, "We should reveal that Zechariah's a vampire later, right?" He's like, "Yeah, that's a good idea." Anyway, it transitions to Wolfman and Zechariah going on patrol, and to then Wolfman leaping off some buildings, and then we see him get attacked by the same werewolves that attacked him last issue. He's like, "What the fuck is happening?" They keep referring to him as the Elder Brood. He doesn't know what the hell that means, and essentially they're fighting. And basically, like, while this fight is happening, they're trying to ask like, where's Zechariah? Because they've been tracking him for a couple of years, and they're ashamed that an Elder Brood would be working for him because supposedly Elder Broods are the big boy werewolves. They're the stronger werewolves. They're the elite, and he's the person that whose name is to reveal to be the leader of this pack, and the guy, his name is Jackson. He later says that, like, dude, you'd have no idea how strong you're eventually going to be in the future if you keep up with the training. And then they beat Wolfman to shit. And essentially Zechariah shows up, and basically Jackson reveals to Wolfman that the reason why they're after Zechariah because Zechariah has been loves to feed on werewolves because it is revealed that supposedly werewolf blood lasts vampires a lot longer than human blood, and Zechariah decided to drink the blood of a werewolf child. And it was Jackson's child, and basically Gary's just like, you drank a child, is this true? He's like, yeah, it was. Sorry.
Yeah, I did it.
Yeah, I did it. What you gonna do about it?
Yeah. You're gonna cry?
And then Gary's like, I know what I'm gonna do about it because you were near my child, you asshole. And he cuts off Zechariah's head, and I love this panel a lot. It's violent, and I love it. But So he cuts off Zechariah's head, being like, "Oh, you were near my child. You're in my home. I trusted you. Decapitation, fatality." Haley, uh, um, and then after this, the Jackson the werewolf is like, "It is done. We're gonna take his body back to the pact, because in our culture, we bring back the bodies of our enemies as like trophies." And Gary's like, "No, I killed him. I'm gonna decide what to do with his body." And he's like, "You know what? I respect that. I like you. My name's Jackson, by the way. You just made a new friend. Deuces." And then it is revealed that yeah, no, it was a ruse. Zechariah is still alive. He just turned into a mist and just reconstitutes his body. But Gary was like, "Is it actually true that you drink a werewolf child's blood?" He's like, "Yeah, I did it.
And I'll do it again.
And I'll do it again." But he said he regrets it though. But I am trying to turn a new leaf, which Gary believes. And they decide to, have a cool shot where they jump off of a rooftop, all movie-like style, and then it transitions to this guy being kidnapped, and essentially he is saying like, "Oh, like why'd you kidnap me? Like, oh, I have rights, blah blah blah," the typical kidnapper spiel. And the person that he's talking to takes his backpack and reveals a disc that he said, "Oh no, I got," and basically it's the camera footage of Wolf-Man killing Sergeant Supreme, and he's saying, "I got this legally, blah blah blah," and don't watch it. You have to pay me first before you do this. And they don't listen, and essentially it is revealed that it is the actioneers are the people that have got this man hostage, and it's true. Wolfman killed Sergeant Supreme, so I'm assuming in the future they're gonna go after our wolf boy. It transitions to Zachariah in bat form going back home, and he essentially is like, after being decapitated and reconstituting himself, he feels very weak and needs blood soon, or else he's actually going to die. And basically he was just like, he goes into this back room, his playroom, if you will, and it's just like, "Oh shit, I'm really sorry, I didn't want to do this, but I'm actually gonna fucking die now. I was gonna save you for a special occasion, but it is what it is. I'm gonna have it's time for you to wake up. Is that right, Sergeant Superior?" And it's revealed that he kidnapped Sergeant Superior and is gonna be feasting on him. And that is the end of issue Quattro. Thoughts on issue 4, people?
I'm so happy it's done.
Yeah, here's kind of what I'm thinking about kind of Astounding Wolf-Man in general. And that is that they're in a really awkward place to talk about on the show because they weren't bad enough to tear apart, but they weren't good enough to have anything noteworthy to really grab onto. So I don't have anything to say about them. How much does Wolfman matter to Invincible? Is Wolfman going to become an important character?
Yeah.
Is he?
I mean, he does show up. I mean, I know after the reason why in the reading order, the reason why I do 1 through 4 is because he appears right after Invincible, in the next stuff.
Not as important as Science Dog, though.
I mean, Science Dog we don't see again, but
you can't beat Science Dog.
Yeah, that's true.
While I was looking up vampire names, I stumbled upon this woman called Elizabeth Baythor, and she was the Countess of a Hungarian noble family, and she has the Guinness Book of World Records for the most prolific female murders. I just wanted to share that. It was all political reasons. Okay. After her husband died, everyone wanted her money, and she was like, "I'm going to murder you." Yeah.
What's this person's name again?
Elizabeth Baythorn.
So we're calling Zechariah Lizzie now.
That's fine. Yeah, I love it. Actually
he
bitching
becomes
about this.
Wolfman becomes a memorable character because he does show up in he's gonna have a crossover with Invincible. I think like he's gonna show up in like the next episode we're gonna do. He has tie-ins in the Invincible the first Invincible event that we're gonna do. So uh he he is important to a degree. But we're probably not gonna cover his tie-in issues in like a bonus episode or something. It's not gonna be like we're not gonna do it like after the first event, you know. Uh
Yeah, I got you.
yeah. But so issue 4, that was the thing. Final thoughts on Astounding Wolf-Man. Anyone?
I think he was kind of. I don't like this. Matt, you already mentioned it with the scene where he kills Lizzie. Um, fuck yeah, like you didn't care about it. They didn't have a good connection, so you don't really care about it. But afterward, really bothered me was like, oh, he's not really that pissed off that his friend killed a child. He's kind of like, hey, bro, that's not cool, man. Like, what the
Word.
fuck? That's like totally.
Which is weird because like he has a kid, so like, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So
maybe it's the influence of the wolf.
Influence of the wolf.
Wolf would become more bloodthirsty. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That's
That's
adding up.
funny.
Yeah, of course. The author thought that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Issue 57 of Invincible is literally the 57 of Invincible is the crossover with Astounding Wolfman, and that's part 1, and then part 2 of the crossover is in issue 11 of Astounding Wolfman. Yeah. But
Okay.
yeah, but and then like issue 15 is
I guess we'll see him again.
yeah, like
I'm done with this. I hate it.
We'll probably do like Astounding Wolfman stuff as like bonus episodes. I don't have them in the timeline, you know.
Do we have to?
Yeah.
I mean, at least maybe the crossover, maybe that one issue crossover, maybe.
Do we really have to though? Like, if we had a gun to our heads, can we take the bullet? Is that an option that we can?
Can we take a bullet?
Yes. Will you allow me to get shot in the head rather than covering these more of these issues?
Okay, now for what it's worth, I would much rather read more Wolfman than Brit.
Really?
How dare you?
Wow.
Yeah, I would rather read more Wolfman than Brit.
You just can't handle this man's masculinity.
I can't.
Yeah,
Brit is just way too manly
he's
for
too
me.
alpha. Yeah, he's too alpha for us betas.
Huh.
That's right. He intimidates me with his enormous genitalia.
I hate that. Oh no.
Wait. And also I think Astounding Wolfman has tie-ins to the second Invincible event. But I'm saying we don't have to we're not gonna do them. So it's fine.
I like to apologize for the 2 people that are watching. Both I and Matt aren't really invested. Me personally, I'm just bummed out with all the election stuff. So I'm like really trying to phone it up for the show, but in the inside, I'm like, I hate everything.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, Wolfman. I mean, I said what Matt said. Like, it felt like the same old thing with him. Even like the twist that they tried to pull off just felt like it's been done. You know.
Yeah.
So.
And better.
Yeah, I mean, granted, like, I mean, I like that Robert Kirkman's like doing like what he's just doing, like a supernatural type story, but with like humor, I guess, and like that's the only thing going for it. And I mean, we're gonna see him in Invincible in the events and stuff. So I mean, there's that. But yeah.
Yeah, and that's fine. Like I don't Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
But
are we talking about
good.
next episode, Mikey?
next episode we are talking about. Sorry, I'm pulling up the spread real quick. So we're doing volume 9, which is the Out of This World arc, and
Alan?
that is issues 43 to 47.
Alan the alien question mark?
Okay.
I believe so. I mean, Out of This World sounds like he's implying that he's going to space. So again,
Well, you know how it works. If Alan's in the issues, then I can't be on the episode because
word.
that's just how it works.
every time
Every time
Alan,
we talk about Alan, I'm not
come
here.
back. Every time Alan comes back, you're never here.
Yeah.
No, you have to at least try. You're definitely gonna come back to redeem yourself.
Yeah.
For if Alan does come back, I think he does come back in this arc.
Okay.
So yeah,
Do we close it?
I mean that's something to look forward to next week. And yeah, if you want to close it off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, jeez. My heart's just not in it today. But I'll try. I've been eating a shit ton of Tic Tacs to get my energy back. I'm not sure if you've been noticing. I've been downing it. Anyway, I'm stalling. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
A lot of bad things are
Tic Tac.
happening. Yeah. A lot of people with guns and red hats are coming outside yelling at people to count faster, slower, or not at all. So make sure that you wear a mask to avoid that, because you know goddamn well they got something gross and something infectious on them. What else can I say? Don't open doors with your mouth. Don't lick the homeless. Don't rub your face on like that treadmill thing at those supermarkets. Don't. A lot of people touch that. And invest in masks that actually work. You know, don't just put paper in front of you and call it a mask. And don't paint a mask on your face. I'm sorry, I'm really
playing card.
Yeah, just don't put playing cards on your mouth. I'm honing it in, Mikey. Please just take it away from me.
All right, then. I have to quote my favorite YouTuber: "Wash your damn hands. Be safe, people. I know it sucks with the election, but whatever happens, happens. It is what it is. Good night." Yeah.
I miss Bernie. Get home safe.
Get home safe, people. Bye.